The next day with Tanya and Kanade, Rein goes on their quest to slay slimes. They are extremely weak, but because they multiply rapidly they pose great danger to crops. And is a well-suited quest for beginners. However, Kanade hates slimes because they are wiggly and sticky. Tanya assures Kanade not to worry because, with the help of her fire powers, she will vaporize them. After eliminating some slimes, there are no more to be found. Rein uses his skill Assimilate and transfers his soul into a bird. Now he can efficiently do the scouting. But because his physical body is soulless, someone is required to guard it, and cannot be used when he is alone. Both Tanya and Kanade are shocked to see this skill. Rein founds the location and they go there. Tanya asks Rein about what kind of magic power he has. He can do a bit of healing and fireball. But they are very weak. Tanya insists Rein use them and eliminate the slimes. Rein again emphasizes that his magic skills are very weak. But gives a try after a lot of persuasions from Tanya. When he uses it, Rein is surprised to see how powerful his magic skills have become. Tanya explains that just like Rein's physical abilities increased vastly after he tamed Kanade, similarly after taming Tanya, Rein's magic abilities related to dragonoids vastly increased. Tanya proudly tells that dragonoids are the second most powerful in magic skills and now that power is in Rein. Because of this, Tanya suggests Rein start practicing to control it. And with the help of Tanya, Rein is slowly able to control it. However, she is too strict and harsh. But still, Rein is grateful to have her teach him. After receiving the money in return for slaying the slimes, the three of them go to have dinner. After they eat, Tanya and Kanade ask Rein where he learned his taming skills. Rein tells that he is from a small village with no name. There everyone was a beast tamer. So there was not even a single day where he didn't have to use it. And slowly he learned them. Tanya asks Rein what he meant by, everyone was a beast tamer. Rein tells when he was around 12 years, one day like usual he goes to his training. After completing the training, on his way home, from afar he saw the sky glowing red. He rushes to the village. But unfortunately, he was too late. Multiple monsters attacked the village and burned everything. With him being the only survivor. Fortunately, an adventurer found and saved him. And just to earn his living, he was required to do chores and other work. But one day he met Arios. When he was invited, Rein was very happy and thought he can help Arios and his party in helping others. At that time he thought they wanted him as a comrade, but now on reflecting, they were just using him. Feeling bad, both of them hold Rein's hand. They tell him that they know how kind Rein is and how proud they are to call him their master. Both of them get angry and want to take revenge on Arios for treating his master like that. Rein is happy to know how considerate they are but tells them that he has gone over it. The next day, they slay some orcs for their quest. Rein warns both of them to be cautious because even though orcs are weak, they are smarter than goblins and slimes. Tanya is overconfident and assures Rein that no way a mythical species like her is going to get hurt by these low-level creatures. However, one of the trapped orcs grabs Tanya's legs. Shook, Tanya stumbles and vaporizes the orc. But another orc comes from behind and attacks her. Just in time, Rein comes and saves her. But in the process, he got hurt. Tanya is feeling very bad. Rein heals his hand and tells her to stay alert the next time. After exchanging the stones for money, seeing Tanya is not here, Rein asks Kanade about her. Kanade tells that Tanya is sad after what happened today and with a sad look is over the bridge. When Rein comes, Tanya is emotional and apologizes for her foolishness. And promises to not get overconfident ever again. Rein calms her down and tells that he forgives her. Kanade, who was worried, hugs Tanya. At night, after seeing how kind Rein is, Tanya wonders why she is feeling warmth in her heart whenever she thinks of Rein. She convinces herself that she is not romantically interested in Rein and is just a bit fond of him because he is her master. The next morning on the way for their next quest, Rein is shocked to see Arios and others in front. Arios greets, but Rein ignores him and goes the other way. Arios tells him that he feels bad for firing him. Even if Rein was useless, he still was useful in carrying their stuff. Tanya and Kanade come in front and threaten Arios to watch his mouth or they will destroy him. Arios is shocked to see two mythical species accompanying a weakling like Rein. He asks how is this even possible. At first, he thought it was them who are letting Rein tag along. But on knowing he is their master, Arios is shocked. Before Rein leaves, Arios stops him and tells him about the lost wood. The lost wood is like a maze and that's why they need Rein to use his taming skills to scout and carry their luggage. Arios tells Rein to join his party and use his mythical species to help. Everyone tells that even though Rein was useless in combat in other areas, he was useful. Rein refuses to help after how they treated him. Mina tells that inside the Lost Wood, there is a legendary weapon that is required to save the world. Remembering his terrible past, Rein doesn't want anyone to go through that and agrees. Before they proceed further, Tanya and Kanade stop Arios and tell him to apologize to Rein by groveling. Or else Tanya will fry every single of them. Arios get angry and tells that no way a hero will grovel against a pathetic weakling like Rein. In an angry tone, Arios orders Rein to tell his pets to mind their manners. Rein gets angry and warns Arios to not ever call Kanade and Tanya pets. Seeing how beautiful they are, in a cheeky tone Arios asks what else Rein makes them do for him. Rein gets angry and hits him. Seeing a low being like Rein punch him, Arios gets angry and demands Rein have a fight between their parties to see who is stronger. Rein accepts. Kanade is against Agath. The fight begins. Kanade unleashes her consecutive punches. Agath is shocked to feel tremendous power. He uses an attack but Kanade deflects easily. He tells Kanade that from now on he is going to use his full strength. So Kanade also decides to use half of her strength. Knowing she was not even using half of her strength, Agath is not able to comprehend why a weakling like Rein is able to tame a beast like her. While he is thinking all this, Kanade kicks him and knocks him down. On the other side, Tanya is facing Mina and Leanne. They use their spells but Tanya cancels their spells. With a confused look, both of them wonder what just happened. Tanya is laughing seeing their shocked face. They again use it, but their spells are again cancelled. Tanya tells them that their spells are pointless in front of her material canceller. Now to take revenge for insulting her master. Tanya demonstrates a bit of her magic power. On seeing the immense power, both of them are scared. Before the spell hits, Tanya cancels the spell and tells them that she was just joking. She doesn't want to destroy them or else Rein will be angry. They are knocked out as a result of shock. And for the last fight, it's between Rein and Arios. As Arios is talking about what foolish thing Rein has done by challenging him, Rein attacks him. Rein tells that he is not interested to hear anything Arios says. Seeing Rein insulting him, Arios attacks. With his fast swordsmanship, Arios is able to give some scratches. However, Rein wonders why a chosen hero is so weak. The time he fought against Tanya, he could feel the intensity but now there is none. Rein punches him and Arios is sent flying. Arios is confused and wonders how a beast tamer has this kind of strength. So, Arios uses his magic power but is surprised to see his attack is neutralized. Knowing Rein can only use healing and fire magic, he attacks Rein with other spells. Rein dodges and thinks about how to counter it. Arios is confident but suddenly he collapses. He is paralyzed by the archbees that Rein tamed while Arios was attacking him. Seeing there is no chance for him, Arios begs to spare him. But Rein refuses to. For mocking Tanya and Kanade, Rein knocks him down with just a shockwave. Soon Kanade and Tanya also arrive. After it, everyone apologizes to Rein. Arios explains about the shield of truth inside the Lost Wood being protected by a very powerful monster. And in order to take it, they have to be cautious. Rein, Tanya, and Kanade arrive in front of the Lost Wood. Using the assimilate skill, Rein looks at the surroundings. After scouting, they go inside it. But no matter how farther they go, they are returning to the same place. Tanya uses material search and finds the tree which was causing the illusionary magic to fool them. The tree is protected by a barrier and to reach the shield of truth, they have to destroy it first. Kanade was about to destroy the tree but suddenly a voice tells them to leave this place. A girl comes from the tree. It's a fairy, one of the mythical species, and their magic power is even stronger than dragonoids. Because of some conflict between humans and fairies hundreds of years ago, ever since then, fairies have a hatred toward humans. The fairy threatens them to leave or else she will force them with her magic. They run away. Outside the Lost Wood, Rein tells them before they do any attacks, he wants first to talk to her. He again goes inside and tries to talk, but the fairy tells him to leave. Seeing Rein is not leaving, Fairy uses her spell to scare Rein but he still didn't run away. The fairy cannot trust a human because many humans who came here earlier stole and hurt the forest. But Rein seems different. Rein tells that not every human is bad. He may not be one of them but wants her to trust him enough to have a talk. She didn't want to be deceived again so she attacks. But this time, Tanya and Kanade come in front. The attacks are stopped. The fairy asks why two mythical species are defending a human. They both tell how Rein helped them, and unlike most humans they have met, Rein is different in kind. Listening to them, the fairy comes down and asks Rein his name. After knowing his name, she tells, her name is Sora. After knowing they are here for the shield asked by the hero, she understands and gives the shield. Rein is surprised to see how easy it was. He asks about the monster which was guarding the shield. Sora tells that there was no monster. Ever since the first hero trusted the shield to the fairies, it is always them who guarded it. As they try to leave, looking at how sad Sora is, Rein tells that if something is worrying her, she can tell them. She wants to tell but knows after telling them, they will certainly help her and could get hurt. Rein tells her that even if it is dangerous, tell him. They will help her. Sora tells that her younger sister, Runa, and she were in charge of maintaining the barrier and protecting the shield. But, one day they have to leave because of a certain reason. A monster named Shadow Knight working for the Demon Lord attacks them. Runa saves Sora but as a result, got captured. Shadow Knights are C-ranked monsters. Usually, a low-rank monster can't defeat a mythical species. However, Shadow Knights possess the ability to nullify any magic attack. With fairies only able to do magic attacks, that's why even two mythical species weren't able to defeat him. The knight ordered Sora to lower the barrier if she wants her sister back. But Sora ran away because she didn't want to endanger other fairies. She asks the village leader for help, but he suggests Sora to abandon her sister as it will pose threat to other fairies if they unlock the barrier. Even though she understands the leader's point of view, she just cannot abandon her sister. Rein wipes off her tear and promises that they will give their best to save her sister. Sora hugs him and is thankful. Consider liking and subscribing this channel if you enjoyed the recap. Have a wonderful day ahead.